In the last video, you saw us use the student class to create a high school student. Well, now we're going to use the same thing to build a graduate student. Brief reminder that all we've been collecting is the name of the student and their score percentage for the course. In a high schooler's world, you need to score greater than a 60%. In the graduate student world, you need to score higher, in most colleges these days, than 80% to pass your graduate courses. Just so you know. And that would be after your bachelor's degree. This is chasing your master's and your doctorate. So, we already have the student class built. We have our main method over here. We have the high school class built here as well. So I'm going to go create another class called graduate. Just call it graduate. So public class graduate, again, our students are adopting the same properties from our student class. So it's an extension of the student class. Because the student class has two constructors, we need to use our default constructor. And then we also need to build our constructor with parameters. So, our default constructor would be public graduate, and we just again call to the super class. And the super refers to the generic or the default constructor in student. Then constructor with parameters, the super refers to the student construct, should be correct, student constructor with parameters. So that'd be a public graduate with a string name and whatchamacallit, double score. And that would pass down to the superclass name and score. If you do make a mistake, the program will tell you. For example, if you are passing the parameters down in the wrong order, it will for sure let you know. See? Frustrating. Actually, let me show you what the error message looks like, just so you know. A constructor wants, as you see, I can't really move my mouse to show you. We have it in the order of double string, and it then tells you on the second line that it wants you in the order of string and double. So name and score. And we can call this the exact same thing. So public void check pass, because it's in a different class, so we can call it the same thing because it is doing the same thing. So we're going to create string student equals get name. Remember, you want to use get with your accessors, and I forgot my parentheses. It's going to the same student class and getting information based off our constructor. String score scores equals get score. And what went wrong here? Let's see. Right. Should be a double. Of course. Now we're just setting up our graduate student. So if scores are greater than 80%, then system.out println. We're going to say that we're going to do the same thing as before. Student plus has passed. The else event is that student has failed. Same thing as we did before. Go back over to my main method. We're going to create 2 graduate students now to show you the exact same thing. And this, since I used 2 guys last time, we use 2 girls this time. So graduate student, we'll call it GS for grad student. GS1 equals new graduate. I'm going to call her Flo, and she can do very well. She got 89. She got an 89. And we're going to say for the GS1, we need to check the pass. For graduate, GS2 equal new graduate. We're going to call this girl Betsy. And she just missed the cuff. She just missed it. GS2 dot check pass. Just so you don't get confused, I'm going to go ahead real quickly and comment out my other prints there so that I can still get them here later on to construct the lesson. I'm going to run these, and Flo has passed. Betsy had just failed. And if we can pull this down so you can see the code, you see it's processing the same way, just running the check pass method, which then connects all the other methods that we wanted to exist, as well as our constructors. That's how the superclass works, and I believe I did fill in my chart here. Yep, so we are good to go as the super.